Okay, guys, I did a television review of all my TV shows. If you notice, I got some more. I got Two and a Half Men over there, and I did get the fourth season of The Big Bang Theory. Any more TV shows I got over there? No. Oh yeah, I did get Drake and Josh, the first 3 seasons, so I got that. Alright, so that's an update. So now I'm going to talk about some of the CDs I own, and they are right over here. I got a lot of them. I got a ton of CDs here. And I'm just making this video because I just don't, well, I got nothing else to do today because school's ending, so yeah, I'm just going to talk about some of these CDs that I own. So yeah, here we go. I don't know if anybody does this on YouTube, but I'm going to try to start this, I guess. Okay, Led Zeppelin, early days and later days. This is like this is a 2-disc thing. This is the only Led Zeppelin album I own on CD. I don't have any of their other albums. I do want to get some of their other stuff because I love a lot of Led Zeppelin songs, and not every good Zeppelin song is on there. Okay, before you say anything, the only reason I own this is because I got this a long time ago. I got this before I could comprehend what good music is. Here's the deal. I really have Kids Bops 1 through 7, but I got rid of those because I don't like them. I think they're shit. But this isn't that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. Like, if you're in a Christmas mood and if you just want to make fun of the singing on this, this is something definitely to listen to. It's just for laughs. Okay, here we go. The original soundtrack to Shrek. This is the only Shrek soundtrack I own. I've been listening to this a lot lately, and it brought back a lot of good memories. It actually made me want to watch the movie again, because I haven't seen the first Shrek in a long, long time. But yeah, really good songs on this. Smash Mouth, like, this brings back a lot of good memories when you just listen to that. Alright, now here's all my Beatles stuff. I have a lot of, I think I have every Beatle album. Like, this is all the Beatles stuff. Here's the Yellow Submarine soundtrack. Oh, I don't know if it is, because, like, isn't this supposed to be the soundtrack? I don't know. I think this is the album, and this was just the soundtrack to the movie. But, here we go. I have Please Please Me, With the Beatles, Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, Help, Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, Magical Mystery Tour, White Album, Yellow Submarine, Let It Be, and Abbey Road. All the Beatles stuff. And let me just say this, for all you Beatles fans. Now, here's the deal. I am a Beatles fan, but I've always wondered about this. The song Don't Let Me Down. Why is it not on Let It Be? I don't get it. It's on this other album called Let It Be Naked, but I don't know why Don't Let Me Down is not on this album. If you know the reason why, can you put it in the comments? Because I have no idea why it's not on that album. It was in the movie Let It Be. I don't know why it's not there on the album, because it's such a really good song. Okay. This is the only John Lennon solo album I own, Double Fantasy. I really want to get Imagine, because Imagine has that song, How Do You Sleep? I really like that song. This song is okay. I also have this album on this CD on record. It's over there. My dad had this album on record. Like, here's what he would tell me. He would tell me, now here's the deal. John and Yoko sing every other song. Like, track 1 is John, and then track 2 is Yoko, and then, like, it goes in that pattern. My dad told me that when he had this on record, he would just take the needle after Lennon was done, and he would skip over Yoko. And I do the same thing. I just skip the tracks, because I don't think Yoko can really sing, actually, and I don't like her that much. I'm sure every Beatles fan doesn't like her. Okay, that's all the Beatles stuff. Here is the Billy Joel stuff. I don't have every album from Billy Joel, but I do want to get every one of his albums because I think he's brilliant. The Stranger. You cannot call yourself a Billy Joel fan and not own this album. This is like the best album from him, in my opinion. Okay, and I got River of Dreams, Piano Man, Glass Houses, Turnstiles, Stormfront, and Cold Spring Harbor. I really want to get, I think it's called Street Life Serenade. I think that album has The Entertainer on it. Like, that's a really good song. I really like that one. So that's the Billy Joel stuff. This stuff is from Wings, my youth group I used to go to. These are some CDs I got during the retreats. It's nothing much. It's a couple of Steve Angrisano songs and a couple of songs that we as kids liked. Steve Angrisano, he's a singer. He's, yeah, I have one of his albums somewhere over here, but I'll get to that eventually. Okay, if you saw the TV review, you know why I own these. I think they are... I just like the songs, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's skip that one. Okay, here, this is that guy with the glasses. This is the Nostalgia Critic CD. I'm sure if you're a Nostalgia Critic fan, you've heard of this. This has a lot of good songs. I really do like this CD. It has the Nostalgia Critic anthem. It's got Cell Phone Man, the Cell Phone Man sketch. That was pretty good. The Holiday Clusterfuck. I love that song so much. I think I have that whole song memorized because it's so hard to memorize that song. It's just so long. So that's that. Here's the Elton John stuff. Tumbleweed Connection and Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player. Here's the deal. I wanted to get every one of Elton John's albums, much like I'm doing with Billy Joel and with the Beatles, but Elton John has like 30 plus albums, and I don't want everything from him. I just like the stuff he did in the 70s, because the 70s was when he was really good, and the 80s was okay, the 90s was pretty good, you know, The Lion King and all that, but the 70s is like the best of Elton John, so I just decided to buy this. This has all his greatest hits on 2 CDs, and this is everything you pretty much need from Elton. So I just decided to get that, and I stopped. Okay, this is the only Hootie and the Blowfish album I own. The only reason I own this is because my mom used to have these little cassette tapes when I grew up in the 90s, and this was one of them. And we always used to listen to this down the shore when we lived down near Ocean City when I was a kid in the 90s. And this brings back a lot of good memories. This just reminds me of the shore, this album. It's really good. If you don't know who Hootie and the Blowfish are, really check this out. They're not going around anymore, because I think Darius Rucker, I think he went off to do the country thing now. He's doing country music. I don't know why. Again, Tracy Chapman, this is another one of those albums my mom had growing up in the 90s. This is really good. If you don't know who Tracy Chapman is, like, she is brilliant on guitar. She's a really good singer, too. I never knew that she was a woman until I was, like, at least 12, because she sounded like a guy. Like, even when I was a little kid, like 5, 6 years old, I always thought it was a guy singing, but no, but she's really good. Like, if you know, I'm sure you all know Fast Car, like, that's one of her biggest hits. That's not on this album, but it's really good. This is another one of those albums my mom had. I love Alanis Morissette. I know her name is pronounced Alanis. I call her Alanis. I'm sorry. That sounds better to me. This is, I think for every Alanis Morissette fan, this is the best album, without a doubt. This is the best one. Okay, I just love every song on this album. It's just so good. And this brings me back to the times when I used to live down the shore. I got this album by accident, because here's the deal. Now, here's the thing. Before you dislike me in the comments, I'm not that really a fan of Bob Dylan. I'm not really that crazy about Bob Dylan. Now, here's the deal. I love his lyrics. I think his lyrics are brilliant. I think he's up there with John Lennon and Neil Young and all those famous guitar players when it comes to lyrics. He is brilliant. And I do like some of his songs, but I'm not like a hardcore Bob Dylan fan. Like, I wouldn't rush to get all his stuff. But I do like a lot of his songs. I really do think he's really good. The only reason I own this album is because Drake Bell's song I Found a Way is on here. It's somewhere. Well, I don't really... Oh, crap, I can't see where it is. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right there. Yeah, the only reason I own this. And iTunes wasn't really around yet. Or I don't think it was. If it was, I didn't hear of it yet. So that's the only reason I own that. If you watch Heavy Duty, you know why I own this. I love these guys. I am going to get Incredibad if I can find it. I can't find it anywhere in stores. I know what you're thinking. Go to Amazon.com. I don't like to go to Amazon.com that much, but this is really fun. This is just hysterical. This is all the SNL stuff. It comes with a second disc with all the digital shorts on it, so that's pretty good. Okay, here's all my Eagles stuff, because I love the Eagles. Here's the Greatest Hits album. Here's Hotel California. I have to own that one, of course. And here's Hell Freezes Over. And this is the only Don Henley solo album I own. I have Inside Job as well, which I think was his last studio album so far. But it's somewhere down in the basement, because that's my mom's. This one's mine. But this is like one of my favorite. I love The Heart of the Matter and The End of the Innocence. End of the Innocence is really good on this. But yeah, that's the Eagles stuff. Okay, I did this show, and when I filmed that show, I instantly fell in love with the songs. These songs are ungodly catchy, and they are so good. If you listen to this album, you're probably going to compare this to High School Musical. Let me tell you something. There is a huge difference between 13 and High School Musical. High School Musical is a crappy Disney TV movie. This was on Broadway. There's a difference, people, okay? There is a huge difference. And this, I just love these songs. It's so good. It's a really good show. It was only on Broadway for like a year, I think, because the kids went through puberty and they couldn't sing anymore. I don't know, but it's really good. Like, really listen to some of those songs from that show. It's really good. Okay, this is that guy I was telling you about. This is Steve Angrisano. He used to sing, well, he still does, actually. He does some of the songs for my youth group I used to belong to called Wings. And this is a religious album, by the way. This is a really good, it's really uplifting, most of these songs. This song I just absolutely love, Go Make a Difference. And the J-E-S-U-S, that's really an upbeat song. And I should point this out. This is the only autographed album I own, because he came to my church one time and he signed this. So this is the only autographed album that I own here. Okay, so that's that. Okay, these guys only had 5 albums out, and that's it. And I like this band. I don't like Sting as a solo artist. The only song I like from Sting when he was a solo artist is Fields of Gold. That's it. This album, I just like this. I wasn't going to get 5 of their albums because I only like a couple of their stuff. So I just had like the greatest hits, and I really love this band. Like, this band is really good. I mean, I know they can be repetitive, but The Police is actually pretty good. Okay, here's all the Michael Jackson stuff. I should point this out. This is the Jackson 5. This is the only Jackson 5 album I own. I really want to get, like, one of their greatest hits and everything, because I think the Jackson 5 had, like, 12 albums, maybe more, because they lasted all the way until, like, the early 90s. Because they went from the late 60s to the early 90s. So that's a long time. So here's all the MJ stuff. I own the new album. Yeah, I know, everybody says this isn't Michael Jackson. Some of it is. I don't really buy that, but some of it is. I can hear Michael Jackson's voice, because I know Michael Jackson music. I know it's him. I know some of him is on here, at least that. So that's good enough for me. Okay, you know I love this movie. I had to own this. And here's the deal. If you're going to get this soundtrack, there's nothing new on here, except for the fact that the song This Is It is on here. This thing comes with a second disc, but the only thing that's on disc 2 are demos, but there's a poem on here, and you actually hear him sing that. Well, here's the deal. The poem is actually, it's nothing really new, because the poem is actually on the Dangerous album, because it's written in the booklet. And also, if you're going to get this album, get, like, the book, because this thing has, like, pages in it. It's like a book. It's got a lot of good pictures from the concerts. Like, get that version. That's really good, because there's, like, a single version. Okay, this was the first MJ album I ever owned. I consider this a studio album because it has One More Chance on it, which was new at the time. That was good. Yeah, this one, hang on a second, I can't really get it in here. Hang on. There we go. Alright, Invincible. This was his final studio album with all new material on it that he made when he was alive. And I don't know why this album flopped when it came out, because this got Michael Jackson so pissed off at Sony. I like this album. I don't know why this was a failure. This is really a good album. There's a duet he does with the Notorious B.I.G. And here's the deal. If he had done an album just with the Notorious B.I.G., everybody would buy that, because I would be so hyped if that existed, but it doesn't. Sorry. Okay, Blood on the Dance Floor. By the way, I'm going backwards. So here's Blood on the Dance Floor. This is a remix album. The only reason I own this is because it has new songs on it. It had like 5 new tracks at the time. But most of this is just a History album remixed. So I don't really listen to that. God, this sucks. I can't get them back in there. There we go. Alright, here's History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. This is my favorite MJ album of all time. You would think it would be Thriller, but it's this one. It's this one because this was the first album that Michael Jackson had, and like this was the first one he did after the 1993 shit went down. And you know, you hear him pissed off, you hear him mad, he's expressing his feelings, and I just love that about him, and I love that album so much, it's really good. Dangerous. Okay, this album is really good. The one song I really love on it that I think doesn't get enough credit is Keep the Faith. That song is so uplifting and so upbeat, and it's so awesome. How come that song was not a hit? I don't know why it wasn't a hit. Everything else was except that one. Okay, Bad. This album is going to be re-released because it turns 25 years old. I love every song on here, including Streetwalker, which was a new song at the time. Yeah, Bad is just really good. I can't wait for the 25-year release. You cannot call yourself an MJ fan and not own this album. You have to own this if you're going to own MJ material. This is Thriller. There's nothing to say about it. It is just freaking awesome. And, of course, Off the Wall. I don't know. I like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I like Rock With You. I like Working Day and Night's a really good song if you really want to listen to that. That's good.